So now I call on Council to find an agreement on this cultivation proposal to allow Member States to exercise the freedom to choose whether or not to cultivate GMOs on their territory. And I believe that the Court's decision of the 26th of September, which we are applying today by sending the matter to Council, and therefore we are no longer in a position of failure to act, but we are acting on this maize 1507, confirms the urgency of reconciling strict and predictable European authorization rules for GMO cultivation, and at the same time taking into account in a fair way national context in Member States. The Commission, as guardian of the treaties, has to comply with this ruling, and today acted by closing this finding that we failed to act by referring the dossier to the Council of Ministers. So now the dossier will go to the Council of Environment Ministers, who will decide whether to approve this cultivation or not. Of course, as is usually the case in such cases, according to the treaties, one has to muster a qualified majority on this request. At the same time, the Commission has approved a parallel course of action, which is to reactivate a fresh debate on the so-called cultivation proposal, which had already been approved by Parliament, but which is stuck in the Council of Ministers. This cultivation proposal, based on the subsidiarity principle, would allow Member States to restrict or prohibit cultivation of GMOs on their territories on grounds other than those relating to risks to health and the environment. So if this cultivation proposal, which I hope will also be discussed in the next Council of Ministers of Environment, were to be approved as we would like it to be approved and as the European Parliament would like it to be approved, this would mean that if the Commission says no to a cultivation proposal, then it cannot be cultivated on European territory. But if the Commission says yes, it won't be yes for everybody, because each Member State, on specific grounds other than health and environment, can refuse to allow that cultivation on its own territory. So this is the pure principle of pedigree, I would say, pedigree subsidiarity.